Let's talk about the products that I absolutely love from NYX versus the products that I thought were just fine. You guys, I love NYX. I've been using them for years and years, and I feel like I really have their products down. Sadly, a lot of the products that I've tried from NYX, I don't have in front of me right now, but if I think of them and I remember them, I will bring them up. Starting with the products that were just okay to me. The NYX Freezy Primer, first of all, is so expensive for a drugstore primer. I believe this is like $20 to $22, and it was fine. I do like how cooling it feels on the skin. It almost feels like a moisturizer, but this feels like straight silicone on the face. Really nothing wrong with it. I thought my makeup laid down fine on top of it, but it's just not one that I reach for very often. Sweet Cheeks blush mousses are fine. There's nothing really wrong with them. Again, I just don't find myself reaching for these blushes very often. I don't really like the applicator at all. I don't really even like the way that this blush is packaged. The wand feels kind of cheap. These are very pigmented and they are very moussey. I never grab for these, and they're just not something that like really knocks my socks off. I feel like this is gonna piss some people off, but I just cannot get this NYX brow glue to work for me. I have super thick, super coarse, super heavy eyebrows. This is marketed as glue, and this does not glue my eyebrows up whatsoever. They will fall. I don't know. It does not hold my eyebrows up, and I don't know how you guys are getting this to work. I think it would work if you have straight and fine eyebrows. My eyebrows are so curly, and this ain't holding them up. This is another brow product. It's their Thick It Stick It. It's like a brow mascara. I do like this one, but again, it's just not one that I reach for very often because my brows are patchy. I need something that's like actually gonna fill them in. The mascara just isn't really enough for me, and this doesn't like stick my eyebrows up there. If anything, it's just a mascara. It's not like doing anything to help like place my eyebrows and have them up there all day. I was so excited when this came out. This is the NYX Zero to Brow Gel. It's like a brow pen, but like look at this applicator. Like, how is this supposed to work to fill in my eyebrows and leave them looking natural? This will work if you want your eyebrows to be bold and like tattooed on your face. And also, this is extremely hard to get off. It's supposed to be long wearing, but like so hard to get off. I was scrubbing and scrubbing. I think I only used this like 2 or 3 times. I was not a fan of this. I mentioned this in a few videos, but the NYX Fat Oil Lip Drip just isn't my favorite. I was so excited when these first came out and I was raving about them. But since these lip oils came out, I just feel like so many more brands, affordable brands, have come out with lip oils. I feel like these don't feel very like nourishing or hydrating on the lips, which is what I want a lip oil to do. I feel like it's more so giving me a gloss vibe. You guys know I love a luminous finish. I'm not much of a matte girl. There's nothing wrong with this Blur foundation, but it's just not something that I reach for all the time because this is so matte and definitely feel it on your skin. I feel like it is a heavier consistency. Now let's move into the products that I love. Their Plump Right Back Primer is a holy grail of mine that I will repurchase over and over and over again. I've probably gone through at least 5 bottles of these. It's so hydrating on the skin. I'm not going to tell you that this is going to give you like a super crazy plumping effect, but it just hydrates your skin. It gives you a little bit of tackiness and just grips onto your makeup really nicely. And it works well with most foundations. So I love this. HD Studio Photogenic Concealer should be sold at like Sephora because this concealer is so good. It is better than a lot of my high-end concealers. It's very creamy under the eyes. It's very hydrating. It blends out super nicely, and she's just a really good one. If you haven't tried this one, please try it. Now, my 2 holy grails from NYX. First one being the Lift and Snatch Brow Pen. This is my favorite brow product in the entire world. I have bought countless amounts of these brow pens. It's a really fine felt tip that's super pigmented, allows me to fill in my brows and get them to look very natural, or as natural as I can possibly make them. These are my holy grail. I love these so much. There is nothing on the market that compares to this for me. And probably my most purchased NYX item is the Epic Ink eyeliner. This eyeliner is super black. It's super easy to work with. Anytime you see me wearing a super sharp black wing, it is always my Epic Ink eyeliner. This is another one that I have yet to find like another eyeliner that tops this one. Their jumbo shadow sticks are phenomenal. Specifically this one in the shade Vanilla Ice Cream. It's like the perfect little highlighter. You can put it on in your inner corner and it just like is a nice little pop. You can also apply it to the nose and down the bridge and just blend that in. You have a really nice highlighter. This can be an eyeshadow standout girl. I also love that they came out with some other really fun shades that are super pigmented and super easy to create a really fun eye look with. If you need just like a solid everyday neutral eyeshadow palette and you don't want to break the bank, their Ultimate Warm Neutrals palette blends out like butter and you get so many shades. I don't really hear people talking about NYX eyeshadows, and these neutrals are actually really beautiful and blend out so easily. NYX also has these Ultimate Glow Shots, which are eyeshadows, and they are beautiful. beautiful. Either sheer them out and leave them being very subtle, or you can really build it up to get a nice punch of color. The way these blend out on the eyes is just seamless. The one that I feel like not a lot of people talk about, but they need more hype because look, I think their lip pencils are absolutely phenomenal. The two that are my favorites are the nude pink shade and then nude truffle. These honestly remind me a lot of the Makeup Forever lip liners. I wouldn't say they're quite as creamy as those ones, but they are a close second, and they are super, super nice for an amazing price point. And lastly, my NYX Fat Oil Slick Click in the shade Hits Different. This shade specifically is so stunning. I have nothing else in my collection like it. I love that it has some shimmer and some glitter in there, and it just shears out on the lips to look like the most beautiful warm gloss. If you don't have this shade, you need to get this shade.